I'm going to make the opening statement as opposed to Chuck, because I know you guys got a deadline you got to get to, and Chuck has a tendency to be long-winded. We're really excited about this football team and this signing date. I know that's what you expected me to say, but to have this type of young men that entered our program today to sign with us today was outstanding for all of us involved. They're terrific young men. They've been committed to us for a period of time and held firm. That means something. That's special, and they did. When you go back, and we really didn't have a weekend this past weekend because our guys had already made their decision about where they wanted to go and the school that they wanted to attend, and they held firm and strong to that. And credit really goes to Coach Beamer and this entire staff. I thought a lot went into this recruiting class, as it does every year. But to go back and get as far into this recruiting class as early as we did really made an impact for us and helped us to be successful here today. I give credit to Chuck and Thomas, these guys that have joined us in less than a year now. I can't give that enough credit because recruiting is 24 hours a day. It's 7 days a week, and it's year-round. And for the things that they do and the things that they afford us the opportunity to do while we're at practice or doing something else has really helped change the game for us a little bit. And so I would be remiss if I didn't give them credit in terms of what they've meant to us and how they've helped the recruiting here at Virginia Tech. That's $10 you owe me. When we sit down and say, what are we looking for in our recruiting class, it may be by position. We're going to try to recruit 2 offensive linemen, 1 tight end, 1 quarterback, 1 this, and it changes from year to year. So you're trying to stay structured that way by what you think you need. But then you may go back and this year you look at our offensive line. It was more tackle-oriented. It was 6'5" guys. But it was one of the things that when you go back and say, okay, we're going to take this many defensive backs. Why are you taking this many defensive backs when you just took 3 or 4 the year before also? Well, you're not playing 4 defensive backs anymore. There's a lot of times you got 5. The 5 is the norm anymore. Sometimes 6. Okay, so you got to be prepared for that. And obviously you got some guys that are a little bit older now too. But then you go back and get even more specific. This year, defensive back, I think we need a little bit more length. I'd like to get some. We're running it maybe, which we're running into some teams that have some taller receivers, and we got to be able to match up.
I think one of the exciting things for us is that you ask any of the coaches in the area that played against those guys, those guys were lethal weapons. That they were like, oh, we're glad that guy's moving on. So I think that that excites you even more. And that's one of the big things in the process for us. As a high school coach, and we're really gonna take the value of their opinion into our process. Those are the guys that are with them on a daily basis, and even Lawson was getting coached by great coach down in Earl Garcia, and Rich Morgan over at Oscar Smith. There's lots of success here with our program. With that Coach Morgan's came out with. So
I think anytime you get out to a guy like Tim Settle, who has a lot of opportunities to go to different places. There's a lot of competition, a lot of possibilities from that mindset. And the further away, when you go into Florida, when you go into to have to hold on to Mike Arnold when LSU is taking a shot at the end, or different schools, that's difficult. That's going to be a battle to the end. I really felt that anytime a guy is like Josh that just blew up. I mean, when you went and saw him work out at the Fork Union Combine, you knew, hang on.